Welcome to DIYPhotobits.com. In this video, I'll explain how to use Windows Explorer to remotely control your camera to take photographs from the keyboard or mouse rather than from the shutter release. This is actually a very convenient and easy to use feature that's just not very obviously displayed. If I take a camera, plug it in and turn it on, we get a prompt that looks like this. I think we've all seen this prompt, and most of us just ignore it and go to some other tool like Bridge or something else to download. Or you might use the Microsoft Scanner and Camera Wizard, which is a perfectly good way to download images as well. But this tends to disguise the fact that there's actually a good connection now between the camera and Windows, which you can see not from this dialog box, but from my computer. So if I cancel this now, move this out of the way, and use the My Computer icon. In the My Computer window, under Scanners and Cameras, you can see the camera connected. Right click and open on this, and you have an empty window at the moment because the RAM card on the camera is currently empty. But notice the controls. Get Pictures is pretty obvious and just brings up the wizard that you may have seen before. But the interesting one is not here. The interesting one is this option, Take a New Picture. There you go, it took a picture. So this actually is remote control. Every time I click here, I get a new image. These are thumbnail previews. If you double click or choose preview from the context menu, you do get a full size preview. But this here is a preview of a file that's still on the memory card. It has not been downloaded to your computer. So this is not really tethered shooting in the normal sense. That does provide a lot of the features that you might want, of course. I can preview and then I can zoom in, get a closer look and decide whether my image is in focus or not. Rather limited depth of field in this one. And then once I've got the image I like, I can also easily copy it or even move it directly across to Windows into the My Pictures folder if you like that. And of course you can delete the ones which might be bad. Let's delete these. Now there is one limitation with this, and let me show you that. I'm going to press the shutter release on the camera. Now I'm going to click the Take a Picture link. Okay, they're not the same. Why are they not the same? Well, the problem here is that this one, which was created when I clicked Take a Picture, take a new picture, is actually a JPEG. But my camera is not set to JPEG. My camera is set to RAW. And when I press the shutter release on the camera, it does take a RAW image, and Windows cannot preview a RAW image here. It shows me a generic icon. So therefore I only have the option to save in My Pictures. So if you want to use this as a simple form of remote or almost tethered shooting, then it's only going to be good for you if you are shooting JPEG. If you're shooting RAW, you don't get most of the benefit. Particularly the remote functionality. I can't click Take a New Picture and get a RAW file because my camera is set to RAW at the moment. But when I click here, what I actually get is a JPEG. And this is a limitation of the Windows Explorer interface to your camera. Nevertheless, it's quite a useful little function, and anytime you have a Windows machine at hand, you can do this. So I hope you found this little demonstration useful and are not too worried about the no RAW limitation. But if you are, I do have a few ideas about how we might be able to get around that. So that will be something for me to look at in the next few days, and hopefully I'll be back to you with a solution for that limitation. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this little video useful. Please do visit my site at www.diyphotobits.com and check out some of my other posts. Thank you for joining me.